installment of HNN Overtime, the Hawaii News Now Sports Podcast. It is back to the old Digital Center. We got the whole crew here. We got Davis, we got Cienna, I am Kyle. What's up, everybody?
Back at it again.
Back at it again.
Another
week, another podcast.
I think last week we got to go out onto the road, and
so much fun.
It's
How cool
nice
was that, guys?
It was really
was a
fun.
lot
That
Right.
was pretty cool.
Yeah.
We
That
got our
was cool.
picture too.
Yeah, we did.
That's the only thing we wanted.
We got a bunch of good pictures. It was really cool to see Ronnie Lott out there. But we were back in the comforts of our home studio, and we got a lot to talk about. It is that time of year. I think
It is that, Kyle, you just said it. It's Christmas in July.
Christmas in July. You can kind of smell it. You can smell the fresh
smell it a little bit.
cut grass at 7 in the morning. It's getting
That's
close
where
to
you were at yesterday.
It's getting
bright and early
to football season, and this episode we'll be going over a lot of things in the college scene here in Hawaii with the Rainbow Warriors and with the NFL and a couple other fun stuff along the way. So speaking of football, we will be starting here at home. It is the beginning of fall training camp for the Rainbow Warriors, year 2 with Timmy Chang at the helm. And I think, I was out Wednesday for their first official practice, and the vibes, they always start off high. I mean, even last year we were out there, and the energy was from the team. They're back together, a lot of excitement, especially with Coach Chang and Timmy and his staff. But I think this year was a little bit different because a lot of the talk had to be with the run and shoot offense that they're re-implementing to the team's identity. And I like to put it as those meme accounts where it's like a sports agency or a sports team. They put like a from the office of da 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 or whatever, and the release just says I'm back.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about the run and shoot. So Coach Timmy took over play calling duties a little bit towards the end of last season from Coach Ian Shoemaker, who's the offensive coordinator. But now he's fully invested in this run and shoot. And I mean, rightfully so. He helped make it popular. He helped, UH fans kind of fall in love with this offense when he played in it, when Colt played in it, all the way, through like even Bryant Moniz and all those guys. But I think Timmy felt that this offense kind of strayed away from what made them successful and kind of their bread and butter, and he wants the run and shoot to become their bread and butter again. But I think this time around too, camp had a different feel just because, I mean, you were out there last year with me, Cienna. Most of the talk had to do with who's starting at quarterback, but I think this year, right?
And that's why this camp is so vital, is because I mean, Shager has all of camp knowing that he's the quarterback. So he can really take these next couple of weeks and learn with these guys. The hardest part last season was that QB controversy. I get why they wanted to do it, but you went throughout camp not knowing who your quarterback was, and the guys didn't know who to gel with, who to spend the most time with, and so now it's like, Shager is our guy. Let's all rally around him. And that kind of helps, I think, all the other position groups as well.
Absolutely.
I mean, one that we talked a little bit about is the offensive line.
Yeah.
So.
You're sitting in between two that kind of know a little bit about that. But
just a little bit.
I mean, last year, we talked to them and they're like, no matter who is behind them, they'll protect them. But as an offensive lineman,
of course,
it's nice to have that consistency of knowing. And maybe for me, because I played center, but like cadences
really
are all different.
Yeah.
Going from QB to QB,
right?
You have to know how they do it, because sometimes they give a little pause in between the set or the hut, and like there's other cadences that change things up, and that can cause early snaps, false starts, delay games, things like that. So just having Shager at the helm, Davis, I think really solidifies this offense, and kind of, at least from like the roots of them, they have like a strong foundation to work off of.
And I think going off of that, I think you were on vacation, we were talking about it, but it really makes a difference knowing what guy is behind you, at least for the offensive line. Because I think I was talking to Cienna about it, and it definitely is, if you have a quarterback that likes to scramble, it's an entirely different blocking scheme. Rather than, you have a guy that likes to pass more, it stays right there. It's completely different.
Absolutely.
So it's 100% going to make a difference knowing who this QB is, and it's going to make it easier for the offensive line for sure. Absolutely. And this is really just, it's a bounce back year that Timmy Chang needs to have with his team. I mean, last year obviously was not a good way to start your first time head coach.
3-10. Yeah.
3-10 is not the best, but I mean, obviously we knew there were going to kind of be some, it wasn't going to be perfect.
Yeah, little hiccups.
Little hiccups, but this is really his chance to come back and represent the state.
No,
show
absolutely.
that this team still has it.
And I think from a fan base standpoint, I think everybody is pretty much bought into Timmy and these boys, and that's awesome to see. Like, regardless of the wins, like UH fans are, really loyal, fairly loyal to the soil, as it were. But that was a pretty good one.
That was pretty good.
Pat myself in the back. But no, I think everybody has rallied and bought into Timmy Chang and his boys, and they want them to succeed. And now it's really, this camp is to fine tune some things so that they can succeed through the season. And speaking of Shager, he did put on a little bit of muscle this offseason. He's only a junior, guys. Like, let's not forget that he's young.
No, you're right.
And so young. Like, now he's kind of had 2 years in college, 1 year as a bona fide starter for the most part. And I think this is really his year to kind of solidify himself in this role as a starting quarterback. He's even, he's got a lot more confident. You could tell when we interviewed him from his freshman year to last year, he was still kind of timid, kind of, figuring it out. But, now he's like, you can tell this guy is a starting quarterback. He's got that confidence. He's got a headband now. He's like,
I was just going to say, I saw your post on what's up with the headband, Kyle?
So he basically just told me, like, I'm growing the hair out. You got little curls in the back, so he's got to maintain. Okay. He's got to keep it out of his eyes. But just a little bit of swagger out of the Shager camp, out of number 13. So
13
he's
represented.
Yeah. So he's fully confident, and he spoke with us during after practice with media. We had Coach Chang as well.
Like first practice. It was good to get out here with the guys, of course. And it's going to be good to watch the film. I know we have a baseline now where we're at, and look to where to improve. And so, but the guys, it looks like they've been eager to get out here and play some football. Haven't played some football since February, since spring ball, or the beginning of March. So it was good to see these guys run around. And so now we have a baseline, and we just got to see where we're at. We'll get better.
And I know you have player run practices, but it seems like the gap between that early spring ball and now is pretty large. Are you surprised that maybe how they came around with getting the rust off, or things smooth with the offense?
Yeah, there's so many. We got a lot of reps today and this Wednesday, right? And we hit the ground running, and our schedule will change as the week goes, but. For the first day, and as much reps as they got, you thought they did a lot of really good things, but you saw, some mistakes out there that you're gonna correct them on film. Offense, defensively, you're gonna get to see yourself. And the great thing about these guys is that they're willing to learn, they're willing to get better, and they want to be better. And so, from where we were in February and spring ball to where we are now. And with what you said, the player run practices, it really helped us develop a lot more and a lot quicker. And so, but there's some really good things. But again, we just kind of keep getting better.
And how great is it to see Cam Stone on your team now?
Yeah, Cam Stone's a good player, man. He's a good player. He's gonna play a lot of games. He'll play a lot of games, and it's hard to complete the ball on a good corner. And so, him healthy and him doing his job. Is a real good job, is a real good thing for us.
What does it feel like for you, your second year now, waking up, and here we are back at practice? What's it feel like for you?
Yeah, things have slowed down for me personally, right? Things, you're going through this the same things as a second training camp, and the organization part of it, and understanding where things are, how things are, where things are going to be at the time they are, what works, what doesn't work. And so for me personally, it's been good. And so if we can, things will come up, and you just got to keep problem solving, correcting as it goes. But it's been good for the second camp.
Coach, you've structured your practices a little bit differently this time around as you have, in other camps? Kind of talk about the method to that madness and kind of what you're looking to maximize and get out of this training camp.
Yeah, we're trying to maximize them to really peak on Saturdays. With the combination of how much we travel, where we got to go to play. Those are my kids in the background for sure. But for how we have to travel, how we have to do things, even the where we're located, and to get my guys from Waianae, Waimanalo, all those different places, we do things a little bit different. But it's in efforts to just get them peaking and maximizing their potential on Saturday, giving them a chance, whether it's home or away, to win those games. And so, and we practice. That's the way we practice during the week. So we were getting them used to the routine and showing them that you get into a routine Monday, Sunday, all the way through Saturday, and then you reset. No matter if we're away, coming back home. But we're starting that process now in training camp, and so we're going to see how it works, and I think it'll be good because that's the way we prepare during the week, the season, all 13 games.
Another year of Braden, second year at the helm of this offense. How has he kind of developed, and just overall as an offense, with you calling the plays back with the run and shoot, how is the offense kind of developing right now?
It's a work in progress. I think they're more comfortable. I think they're more comfortable catching the ball and down the field, in the mid parts of the field and the lower, in the underneath areas. But it's still, they still got to get on the same page. They still got to understand where guys are going to be, quarterback, receiver, and so it's a tremendous work in progress. But for where we're at right now, there's definitely an improvement from where we first started last year to spring until this point right now. And so if we can keep improving, I think it'll just be better for us to win games.
Was there an expectation that the guys would pick up pretty much immediately where they left off at the end of spring ball, or is there kind of some built-in, getting the feel back after the summer, including the transfers you've never experienced any of that?
They had a great off season. From coming back in March, they took a break in May, then they came back and ran their own practices in June and July, and I think that really helped them to where they are right now. By no means is it perfect. We watched Coach Brennan and Devon and Bryce Mullen and Jason Rivers and those guys, and those guys had it really oiled up and cooking, and really that's the standard, right? That's the guy that they threw at 70% completion level. And so for us, we keep looking at those things, we keep talking about them, we keep talking about what we got to do, where we're at to what we got to do, and just getting better. But they're doing a good job. They just got to keep coming.
Coach Lee out there.
It was awesome. Coach Dan's been great. He's been really good. I got to work with him a lot when I was in Dallas too, so it's a lot of fun to have him out there.
What did he help you with? What did he fix?
I think it's a lot of rhythm is what he's really good at. Is just every play that we do has a certain rhythm to it, certain dance with our feet, and also just where to start my eyes at the beginning of the play. He does a really good job of just re-emphasizing that, and I really learned a lot from him.
Your first impressions on practice today, how did you feel?
Felt really good. I think that we're at a way better place than we were last year coming in. It just feels a lot more comfortable. I think that on both sides of the ball we look better, so it's just exciting. I think everyone's real excited.
Advanced season?
Oh yeah, I'm growing the hair out now, so got some curls in the back. Gotta.
Joe Burrow action.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
But from an offensive standpoint, second year kind of at the helm of these boys, and albeit learning this run and shoot fully, kind of how has the offense been clicking so far? I know you guys had a lot of player ran workouts through the summer. Just kind of compare maybe the group from spring up until last camp. Just kind of how did this group compare to those groups?
I think as far as receivers, we have a lot more depth now. It's a lot of the same guys, but they've really developed. I think that that's one thing we've really seen is they developed throughout the summer and spring, and they're just in a way better place. I think that we can see them reading coverages on the fly a lot better, and this offense demands a lot out of the receivers, so it's really nice to have a lot of depth out there, and we got a lot of guys who can do it at a high level.
I know it's the first day of practice for you, but as you look forward into the season, is there one or two specific goal or a couple goals that you want to accomplish this year?
I think the main goal for us has always been to win the Mountain West. That's been really preached, and I think we have the talent to do it. It's really just about going out there and proving it. And they ranked us real low, so we got a lot to prove this year. It's going just proving the doubters wrong, and I think that's been our mindset, kind of that underdog mentality, which we like. That's kind of everything we do here in Hawaii is that underdog mentality, so it's really cool.
And just talk about having Coach Chang just kind of really involved. obviously calling plays, but really involved with quarterbacks this year, and just him taking that role as you guys kind of develop into this run and shoot offense. Let's talk about his role.
Yeah, it's been great. He played the position, ran the same offense that we are, so that's been really good. Just to have his insight, he's been really good as far as just developing me and teaching me where I need to look and all that stuff. So having him and Coach Dan has been great, and I know he's enjoying it too, getting back to this offense. So it's a lot of fun. I think that the vibes are just good, and everyone's real excited.
And then on the other side of the ball, a lot of returnees on that side of the ball, whether it be Logan Taylor at linebacker, the return of Isaiah Tufunga from injury, and then along the D-line you have Jonah Welsh and other guys coming back in that core. But I think in the secondary, you have to be you have to look out for Verdell Edwards. The second, he's a cornerback, and another cornerback that just came in, Wyoming transfer Cam Stone. He is, one of those guys that is probably one of those bigger name guys that the UH defense has right now. He just got named to the preseason All Mountain West first team, so a lot of expectations out of him. Played fantastic up in Laramie for the Cowboys, but now he is in the green and black instead of the brown and gold, baby.
The brown and gold.
The Mililani colors, Wyoming bit.
That's exactly what they have to have, too. Defense was a big thing that they struggled with last year.
Absolutely.
So it's a big move to have this. And you could really tell that they're beefing up their defense.
Yeah, and we missed Verdell last year.
Yeah.
We missed him. I was very excited to watch him play, and things didn't work out that way. So I'm excited to watch him come back. And then, Cam Stone, I mean, he has faced us a couple of times, but I personally have not got to see much film on him, so I'm excited to just see him run the defense real quick.
I think it's going to be an exciting defense. A lot of them bought into Coach Jacob Yoro's mindset, and I think it was a lot of growing pains on that side of the ball last year, so I think right now they should have a pretty cohesive unit. Other than that, I mean, the vibes were high. They got the music playing yesterday.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was that like out there? I saw them. I think they're just starting their running drills, and I heard them all shouting. Like, what was that all about?
They always start the practice off with a nice little shout, hands up, like a big ooh or whatever. I didn't really hear it, like from my vantage point, but kind of get the vibes going, get the boys pumped up, and then they had some team periods so it was super fun, super, the vibes are high. They had the music with some local jams, some rap, the normal football playlists. And it just seems like we say this about every camp every year, like the sky's the limit. But with this team, I think, learning from what they learned, what happened last year, I think legitimately the sky's the limits for this group. But looking ahead, it's not exactly the easiest non-conference schedule. We won't go into detail about it, but, they start the year in Nashville at Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
That one was not exactly the best way to open the Timmy Chang era last year. Now they got to go to Music City and, face the Commodores. And then two other teams that are pretty that kind of stand out to us is Oregon, and the home opener against Stanford.
Yeah.
So two Pac-12 teams coming to town or facing UH, and so
this is just two matchups that you're like, ooh,
I
don't know.
And then for like the 75th year straight, we play New Mexico State.
I'm not complaining about that one.
Shout out the Aggies up in New Mexico. But so, this is really a time for them to get ready, and I think they get to put the pads on soon. They only had helmets on first day. Pads are coming on soon, and you're going to get rocking. Yeah.
Season is here.
Let's talk about some NFL news. I know teams started returning back to practice
Training
this
camp
week.
season.
It's very exciting.
Yeah.
And, there's just been a lot of content on Twitter and social media about guys getting ready for camp. Unfortunate news today, though. I saw this on Twitter earlier that Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow was carted off the field today.
Yeah, not looking too good.
Never a good sign.
Never a good sign.
Especially for week one. Like, your first week of training. Like,
I think it was like either like day 2 or 3 for them too. Like they started kind of late than every other team, but nothing you want to see happen to your franchise quarterback. I know a lot of the comments on Twitter, like Cienna was saying, a lot of them thought it was an Achilles, but what was it?
They're calling it an apparent calf strain.
Yeah, they're saying calf strain right now, but hopefully it isn't anything.
Yeah, I mean, that's devastating, man. I mean, I'm a Chiefs fan, and so I'm not a fan of, the Cincinnati or the Burrow, but man, you just want to see the best out there.
Right.
And he's one of the best, so that's
right.
Yeah, that's really sad.
We are wishing a speedy recovery to Joe Burrow. Like, obviously, you never want to see that happen to anybody. So, hopefully it is just a calf strain, and worst case scenario, he's back week 1.
Yeah.
So
totally.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like he needs the training camp reps or anything already because he's Joe Burrow.
He is.
But
he is Joe Burrow.
He is Joe Burr.
Well,
Burr.
Joe Burr.
Joe Shiesty.
Joe Shiesty. Joe Cool.
Joe Cool.
Well, one guy who does know how to come back from injuries is Cienna. Just go for it. I'm gonna start playing the B-roll. There he is. There he is. Cienna.
Yeah, there goes that man.
There we go.
Yep. We're obviously talking about Blaine Gabbert, the backup, who was standing, waiting, watching the play. Some guy throwing the ball.
Yep.
This just makes me so happy.
Training camps are underway everywhere.
Look at that.
We're getting tons of footage from each camp, but we had to throw this in there because of Cienna.
I know. That's a lot of red.
That's a lot of red. Kelsey right up in front.
Yeah.
Looking at his all-star quarterback.
And, I've always loved Mahomes because obviously I'm a Chiefs fan, but since watching the quarterback, I've just found a level that I didn't think was physically possible for my love for Mahomes. Like, I really have unlocked a new level.
I think I texted Cienna after finishing season 1 of Quarterback on Netflix, and I'm a diehard Seahawks fan. Seattle, to the grave. And I texted her going, am I a Mahomes fan?
Oh, man.
Am I part of Chiefs Kingdom right now?
But that's what I've told everybody that watch this or people that I'm convincing to watch this. I don't care how much you hate Mahomes and you're a fan of any other team in the league. You just watching this will find some level of respect, and it's even beyond respect. Like, there's a likability about him and his family.
Absolutely.
And I mean, just going in between, seeing never seen before footage and into their house and their family, it's just an amazing show. You have to give it a watch, and I'm just so excited for this next season. But actually, we don't know who's going to be on the quarterback season.
That's true.
Too. I mean, there's a couple of guys that have turned it down.
Yeah.
They don't want to be in it.
I think, to Cienna's point, I think I saw on Twitter that during Media Avail, Tua Tagovailoa, Hawaii's own Tua Tagovailoa, he turned it down for season 2.
I heard Justin Fields
Justin
as well.
Fields. I think a lot of them were just kind of, they're very reserved. Like, Tua's a very reserved person.
For sure, Tua,
so he was saying this is a little bit too much personal life that he'd like to share. So, I mean, completely understandable.
I know who I would want on it, and you guys can also give your opinions.
Yeah. What's your lineup?
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson.
Purely for Sierra.
I would love that too. He's gone
just
through
to see Sierra.
I just need to see that and Future's kid. I'm not worried about Russ here. You know what I mean?
Just mic up Sierra. You don't even have to mic him up for the games. Not
I
Russ.
don't need to hear him.
Just put the camera in the box, like for Brittany Mahomes.
I need, what is she wearing? I want everything into their home. So that's my pick for season 2.
That's pretty good.
You guys have ideas?
I gotta say,
you want to watch?
I feel in love with Cousins, in the quarterback. Just his outfits, I just like how his wife picks out everything. He has no choice. It could be the dorkiest outfit, but he's like, I have to wear it.
He's such a good guy.
He's
such a good guy.
Wholesome guy.
Wholesome Midwestern guy.
Yes.
Yeah. I love the comments on Twitter. It's like his closet looks like an LL Bean catalog. Or the Kohl's Cash.
Yeah.
Swimming in Kohl's Cash. But no, I think another guy would be interesting, kind of similar to a Mariota situation from season 1, would be Derek Carr on the Saints.
I agree with
that. Right? A new city.
True.
Yeah.
Kind of the way he left Las Vegas was kind of shaky. So that'd be an interesting one. And I think, for maybe the Chiefs fans are, for the girlies, get Jimmy Garoppolo. I think a lot
Jimmy G. I was just gonna say Jimmy G. I was just gonna say Jimmy G. Yeah,
Like,
I was just gonna say Jimmy G.
All the football boys will be like, don't worry, like talking to his girlfriend, like, yeah, no, we can watch Bridgerton or like all these Netflix shows later. Let's watch quarterback. Jimmy Garoppolo's on it, and then they'll be like, I'm sad. I'm sad.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I was just about to say Jimmy G.
Right?
I still remember
right.
Golden State Warriors game. He was over there, and all of the cheerleaders all went right up to him. Yeah. Like they were dodging like all
Christian
those
McCaffrey was sitting right next to him.
There. But all of them, they just skipped right over them, got right up to Jimmy G.
Just shaking his hand.
That is, I would have loved to see a series just on Jimmy G.
Yep.
See all the reactions that people have with him.
Right, and see inside his life. I mean, like he doesn't have kids or anything.
No.
So, like after games, he'd just be going home.
He's just sitting on the couch.
He's not. He's not giving bats like her cousin is.
No, exactly.
You know?
Telling bedtime stories.
Yeah,
no.
So cute. I would love that. Jimmy G, give me some Ciara action.
Yep.
Some Ciara action. Okay.
I think a Josh Allen one would be cool too.
Josh Allen would be cool.
Josh Allen would be sick.
Just because we don't know much about him, he's so private. Same with like Justin Herbert.
Right.
Like these guys are so quiet.
Yeah, you're right.
Like I want to know more about them.
I'd like if Josh Allen was on that season 2, just to confirm that he is dating Haley Steinfeld.
I think it's
Come on now.
I just want to see the way they
just want to see it, see the proof. Yeah.
Like I still see him as that Wyoming boy.
Yeah,
like I can't see him
played
as
UH every other year.
Like don't act like you weren't playing UH.
Yeah,
dog.
exactly.
Like,
you know.
Oh wait, no, go for it.
No, I was about. This is a backhand. I just want to know that Josh Allen is dating a Barton Bella. You know, shout out Pitch Perfect.
Wow.
Kyle,
look at you.
Come on.
Hey,
oh my God.
We do love
we love the movies.
We do love
Pitch Perfect is peak.
You were all about Pitch Perfect. We were listening to Pitch Perfect in the car.
We were listening to it in the car.
I have to.
We were listening to it in the car.
Rotation to
Everyone
this day.
watching Pitch Perfect, Kyle Chinen's all-time favorite right there.
Absolutely. What is that? I'm not ashamed to say that, Davis. I will put that in my top tier, movie categories.
It is a good movie. It's not the best movie ever.
No, I mean, it's an enjoyable rewatch. I think.
Yeah, it's a good rewatch.
When you're folding laundry,
you're right.
And you just need a little.
And you're humming along.
Yeah, a little hum,
bit, yeah.
little bop. Yeah.
A little bop.
Yeah. Speaking of maybe significant others are shooting their shots, staying on the Chiefs. But we're gonna go back to the Chiefs. That you saw in that piece of B-roll, you saw 87 out there.
I saw
tight
87.
end Travis.
Kyle, you brought this up before. Hit us.
Travis Kelce on his podcast, New Heights, with his brother Jason Kelce with the Eagles. He was telling the story of how he was at one of the concerts for Taylor Swift on her Eras tour, and he tried to give her a friendship bracelet that had his number on it.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait, that is so smooth.
Yeah, there he is.
Oh, my God.
He walked it across.
Yeah. And so when his brother Jason asked like his number, like number 87, and he's like, "What do you think? What do you think?"
Wait, that is genius.
That
just
is
sounds
so
like
smooth.
that just sounds like a Travis Kelce thing to do.
I'm so mad at her.
And like, yeah, so like she apparently like she like her, she plays like she sings like 1 million songs per night, and she has like 15,000 shows. So like she's really like in and out of there, right? She don't have time to like socialize. So that's how like Travis
Travis Kelce, girl, like we're not talking about a random man on the streets.
True.
Like when Travis Kelce wants to hang,
2-time Super Bowl champion.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's that man.
Yeah,
she could have caught Kelce.
I don't know.
She could have won the show.
She could have won the entire prize.
Yeah,
the biggest of prizes.
The biggest prizes.
I don't know. Taylor Swift though, like if you guys break up, she'll just make a song out of you though.
Weird couple,
they would be a really weird couple.
I don't think they'd have much in common.
Yeah, but I mean, if they do break up, that album is going to be fire.
The album is going to be fire. Yeah.
That album would be great. But I don't want to see Kelce go through another heartbreak.
That's true. That's true.
Like,
that's true.
I just want you to find your girl and just, that's it. I just don't think that they'd be a good couple.
It's an odd couple. It's like those
odd,
generic like celebrity like.
Well, I mean,
kind of like a Tom Brady, Giselle.
Giselle. Yeah, I was just.
But she's kind of like quirky, like
she
that,
is.
You know what I mean? Like she likes guys in like suits, and like he's like Cleveland all the way. Dog.
That's
like,
true. She likes guys who like write. Or like produce music.
She
produce music.
Artists.
And he's running around smashing beers. Like I don't think that they'd get along like.
He's a little too rough around the edges.
He is
for her.
rough around the edges.
Yeah. Hey, if you want some excitement in your life, go for number 87. What do we? I mean,
I still remember at the White House when they all went over there, and he like started going up to the the podium, and Patrick's like, no.
So much.
Yeah.
I love it.
That is the two best friends, like top 10
duo.
best
Probably
friend,
my favorite duo.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. I just wanted to say one more thing about Patrick too. Today he actually came out with a list: top 5 quarterbacks of all time.
Oh.
Ooh.
Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, Joe Montana, and Brett Favre.
Was that in order, or was that just?
You know, at first he said 4 of them without Peyton, and then he said, I forgot Peyton Manning," and then he put the.
Yeah, there's no way this is in order. There's no way he says A-Rod is number 2.
That's true. This is a solid list, though.
I can't be mad at this.
Yeah, a lot of these guys kind of match his not like athleticism, because he's kind of a mobile guy too. You know, he scrambles for whatever, but like how he can get the ball out in those weird angles. That reminds us a lot of A-Rod and Brett Favre, I think. So like
definitely Brett Favre.
You can see like his influences, and obviously he can't. I feel like he might have been pressured by the cameras asking him. That's why he put Tom Brady. But other than that, I mean, you can have your opinions.
I think there were some other quarterbacks that could have filled that Tom Brady spot, I feel like.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit.
Who, Davis?
Oh.
Like who? Ooh.
Like other fellow 49er legend, Steve Young.
Steve Young. I was thinking Steve Young. I don't know. Yeah. Just I just wouldn't put Tom Brady in my top 5.
Me neither.
I don't know.
I mean,
He's just one of those guys.
Yeah.
He's in my top 5.
I mean,
he's a legend, but I don't know.
He's a fringe guy for me of my top 5.
Fringe guy.
Like he's probably in like 6. Like he'll just not crack my top 5. But anybody watching in the YouTube comments, you can come for me. It's fine.
Give us your top 5.
Yeah, give us your top 5. Speaking of top 5, we can talk about top 5 people that got paid this. Well, not 5, but we got a couple guys.
Money was flowing.
Their bags.
Yeah,
and it's
money
Louis.
was flowing this week.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Louis.
It's Louis. Who we got up first, Davis? Let's switch over to.
Well, let's just get on. Oh wait, sorry about that. You know, I just wanted to throw in a quick mention to Hawaii's Marcus Mariota is somewhere behind Jalen Hurts. Wait for it. There he is. Yep, there he is. Yep, he was there, and he's over there in the background again too. Yep, that's right. Just wanted to throw in a quick shout out to our guy Marcus Mariota.
There he
is in training camp this week with the Eagles as backup.
Yeah. You know, for as much as I love like his opportunity in Atlanta, it's still, I never got used to him wearing number 1. It's cool to see him back in number 8.
I like 8.
I like 8. Yeah. It feels right.
Motivate.
Yeah, the Eagles, trying to go back to the playoffs and to the Super Bowl. Probably one of my favorite offensive line. I mean, as an O-lineman, you have your top 5 offensive linemen, and Jason Kelce.
Jason Kelce.
Kelce. There he is, Sirianni.
Jason Kelce, and for the longest time, it was Joe Staley with the 49ers. Yeah.
I like Trent Williams right now, the current left tackle for the Niners, the big dude.
Trent Williams is good.
Yeah, he's a beast. Sorry, Cienna, we just had a little offensive lineman moment there.
I can't really relate to that.
Anyways, we just wanted to give a quick mention, quick little shout out to our guy Marcus Mariota. But back to your original point, Kyle, about who was getting paid. We're gonna start off with
there he is,
Giants running back Saquon Barkley. Saquon just got a 1-year deal, $11 million and $2 million up front right now, except he did say he was disappointed in his media interview. It wasn't quite, if I remember right, it wasn't quite the long-term
I was gonna so
contract.
He wanted this 1-year deal? I mean, he got paid, but I mean, it's still a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't go too into specifics,
right?
But he just didn't seem that happy with the outcome of this deal.
He looks angry.
He does not.
Yeah,
look
this is when he's explaining to the reporters about that contract today.
I'm gonna go rogue here, but I would take less money and play for a better team than the 1-year deal of $11 million to play for the Giants.
Exactly. Like I try and go get like low money for like a playoff team.
Like
right?
It's crazy to me they're still rocking with Daniel Jones. Like that's your man. That's literally your man.
I love.
You know what I mean? Like if I was him, I would call up my agent. It's so easy for me to say I know. But you know what I mean? Like if I just call my agent and be like, what playoff team wants me? Because there are.
I mean,
out there. You know, the
There's
same
a
thing as
lot
the
out
Christian
there.
McCaffrey deal where he went to the 49ers. Like, I mean, you got to end up somewhere else. I just don't think the Giants are it, man. You're not going to get anywhere with that.
No.
And
He's
hurt
too
again,
good
like,
for the Giants.
Oh, yeah.
He's way too good.
I mean, like, the thing that, like, you think about Giants last year, they had a fairly successful season despite Daniel Jones. Like, I feel like he was the one thing holding them back.
Yeah.
And I you know, they call him, you know, Vanilla Vic or whatever with his his mobility, but like, you know, when he runs for like 80 yards and a touchdown and then he trips, on himself.
What an iconic play. That was.
But no, you're totally right, Cienna. If I'm a running, like, and again, we can all talk about it like this so easy.
It's
but like,
so easy for us, huh?
But like, you know, find a team that is made the playoffs consistently, and like, hey, I want to come. I don't care how much. And I think like just the overall throughout the league, they just don't want to pay running backs right now.
They don't.
No.
Because like Austin Eckler, a couple other guys like, you know, Zeke Elliott was probably going to go back to the Cowboys on a really, really cut down deal from what he was at. So, you know, they don't really, the shelf life on a running back is small. So they don't want to pay them long term, say like a quarterback or a wide receiver. So that's the problem I think Saquon is running into. But
I never understand how you complain about this deal. I mean, it's like $13 million.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah.
You're right.
Like, it's $1 million. Like, that's a lot of money for basically the majority of all of us in the U.S., except for you know, those lucky few in the NFL.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
hey, he wants that long-term money.
He wants that long-term money.
He does.
Speaking of long-term money, though, Kyle, we're going to switch up to this guy.
Oh, Sco Ducks.
Herbie fully loaded.
Herbie.
Especially loaded now.
He's loaded like a baked potato.
Baked potato with the works. He got paid.
With the works.
With the works. Sour cream chives, you know.
Bacon.
Okay.
Extra cheese, extra
little
butter.
little bacon.
Oh,
on
Yo,
butter.
I need one now.
Yeah.
Yo, hey, what's our dinner plans?
Good.
Let's go get
that
some.
Sounds good right now.
Baked potato. Anywho, Justin Herbert just signed a 5-year,
So tall.
$262.5 million deal. I think that resets the market on quarterbacks right now in the league. So that is a big bag for number 10 over at
crazy,
the LA Chargers.
Good for him. The thing I love about him is he's just so like goofy. Like he's in his total own. Like
really
he's like a
is
little
goofy.
kid. Like
He is a little kid.
He just like they do social media videos and he's like, oh, I don't want to be a part of
Yeah,
that.
like
Like he
he-
running away from the camera. Like he's just so funny.
He will literally go through a different door into the building
Yes,
to avoid
I've
the
seen
social
would,
team.
yeah.
I'm
If I
very
remember
happy
right, I had him on my fantasy team last year.
How'd that go?
It's pretty good for a bit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Ups and downs.
Oh yeah, little peaks and
But-
valleys.
Well, yeah.
He's a little quirky. He
He's
actually
a
be
little
really,
quirky guy.
he'd be really good for Taylor Swift.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Him would
God.
be great. No,
Yeah.
you're so right, Kyle.
Like
That is a couple I could ship.
you can
Because
see, yeah,
He's just so like sorry, but vanilla.
yeah,
And like
You're
she
not wrong.
could like boss him around.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
Like there's no bossing Travis Kelce around, girl.
No, Travis Kelce will do what he wants. You know,
Yeah.
he's a little bit too headstrong for T Swift.
He likes that single life
Yeah,
too, and
yeah.
she's like commitment.
Yeah.
She
Mhm.
wants
Yeah.
to lock it down. I think they'd be a great couple.
And
I
as an
mean,
Oregon Duck, you know, he is a committed man.
He's
oh
a
boy,
committed
I mean,
man.
Marcus
I don't
Mariota
know
walked
what that
through those
means.
halls.
I
Yeah.
really don't know what that means.
He learned from Motivate. But also too, you can totally see Taylor Swift on a random Sunday at SoFi Stadium wearing a jean
Yes,
jacket
yes.
with number 10 and all the lightning bulbs.
Herbert
I
in the
could see
back.
Yeah, on the back.
Yeah.
She would wear. She could rock that.
Yeah,
man.
she would.
They'd be a great couple. Very tall couple.
Exactly
The
too.
more we
Like the
keep talking
height.
about it, I
tall.
can definitely see it.
Right?
See, right?
I
I
can't
could definitely
not
see it.
see it.
So like, I mean, and plus two, he just got paid.
They got
so
paid. They both got their
Yeah.
bag.
they do.
They're
They
both-
got
You
their
know
bag.
Taylor's
They're prime
making
right
bank.
now. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
They'd be a
Yeah.
great couple together.
But no, he got paid, and I think the league is better when Justin Herbert is slinging
Me
it.
too. I like this guy.
Yeah.
a lot.
100%.
I mean, despite obviously the rivalries for like the Chiefs, who are right now the best team in the NFL. You have your.
If you say so, Kyle.
No. Go ahead.
Wow.
If you must say
Your
it.
words, not mine.
But with the rivalries, you got obviously Chiefs, Bengals, Chiefs, Bills. If
Chiefs, Chargers.
that's what I'm saying. Like Chiefs, Chargers.
Yeah.
Like if Herbert can have like another like Herbert year and like their defense can kind of figure things out a little bit. That's another one of those rivalries in division too. That would be like really cool to see. Because like no offense to Jimmy G and everybody in Las Vegas, but I don't think that's not going to be a competitive rivalry. Even though like in the show, like we keep talking about because we both saw it, the Chiefs Raiders has always been like
always a great match.
Great rivalry,
Yeah,
from fan to fan.
Yeah.
But like on the field, last couple of years, the Raiders haven't really been that competitive. So, the Chargers in division twice a year, that would be fun. If we have an actually good Chargers team that can make the playoffs, and actually use Herbert while they have him,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
I mean, I know there's questions about their coach as well, so we'll see what happens with that. I mean, I know after every decision he makes, just going in for it on like 4th and 19.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I mean,
oh my God.
He definitely likes to put it out there, and I'll give him that. But he's made some risky decisions. So I just want Herbert to be protected, and I mean, he got paid, so good for him. I mean,
he got paid.
He'll date Taylor Swift now. So
hey, we put it into the universe. I think it might happen.
I think I can try and make it happen.
Too.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but.
All right, guys, we keep talking about money, so I think that we should decide for ourselves on what we would do if we had Herbert money, if we had, if we had that $262 million thing going on, what are we all spending it on?
Yeah, that's a good question, Dave. And I think, to preface this, obviously we would, take care of the fam, take care of everybody first.
Yeah.
But this is like for us. This is like our time to just kind of, if you have it, spend it. So obviously we would all choose family and stuff first.
Absolutely.
But I think for me, I'd buy an island.
An island, Kyle.
Where?
Somewhere in the Pacific Ocean, warmer climate. It doesn't have to be a big island. It really just has to be. If anything, it can just be like the size of this building, and like as long as I got a little tree house and a place to like.
Wait, you spent all the money on the island that you're going to live in a tree house?
Well, like no, that's like my vacation.
You can have something a little nicer.
Like hypothetically in this scenario, I'm playing in the NFL, so like in the off season,
I get it now.
I can be like, for like
get away from the media.
Couple weeks, like hey kids, hey babe, or whatever.
Oh, you're
like,
leaving your kids?
No, like they're coming with, like, hey, we going to the island.
Okay.
No, yeah, so literally
just leaving the kids behind.
Like,
hey, see you guys. I'm going to the island.
Go to the sitters. I'm going.
Right. Oh, okay.
But
so kids,
island, make it
that's
like
fun.
like a little family vacay, but also too like, if I'm in like hypothetical scenario, like obviously the island will have like stuff for you to like train or like whatever, but like also too like it's a fully functional like.
So there's gonna be Wi-Fi and everything.
Yeah, like
there?
those like those Bahamas resorts.
Yeah.
It'll be like that, but like just for me.
Your own island.
That'd be sick.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Or like a Tesla. That'd be cool.
So an entire island.
I feel like a Tesla is a little more reasonable than an island.
I mean, okay.
That's pretty good, Kyle. I like that.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know if 262.5 million can get you an island, but hey, this is that's my dream.
I think it could.
Yeah,
right, that's pretty good.
I mean, you're not aiming for a huge island.
No, a little speck. You can't even see it on Google Earth. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's off the grid.
Off the grid.
He's
off the grid.
Because I think like for me, like when I go to the beach, just here back home in Hawaii, like I just like to find the most secluded spot on the beach and just sit. Or just like lay out, relax.
He's just prop.
He's just prop.
I'm sitting crisscross applesauce straight
just looking out at the ocean.
No, but you know what I mean. Like you kind of want to like cool out,
be secluded.
Relax,
yeah.
dip in the water, come back, relax. But yeah, I think that'd be cool. Cienna,
what do you got?
All right, so I mean, in no world is anyone paying me this amount of money. I don't know how I'm getting it, but let's just pretend like I got it. I would definitely go buy season tickets for the Chiefs. But even farther than that, I would probably buy a steak of the Chiefs. Just a small steak, like enough to have a little to say I'm an owner. You know what I mean?
That'd be cool to have, like imagine going to Cienna's house and it's like up on the wall, like part owner, Kansas City Chiefs.
I mean, I'll take like 2% if I had to, like to be an owner, and then get press box passes for me.
Go on the field whenever you want. Like
I was gonna say me and the fam, but like realistically, like I'll be there.
Yeah.
And I would love to have, if in an ideal world, if there could be In-N-Out in my press box.
Oh,
like
catering.
An In-N-Out station, which is crazy because they only have In-N-Out on the West Coast, and obviously the Chiefs are in the Midwest. But if we could get an In-N-Out station in my press box, that's all I need.
I agree.
Have you had Culver's? Side note.
No, I don't eat that.
It's like the Midwestern In-N-Out.
Well, don't like the people like Whataburger.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Is it?
I think Mahomes is bringing a Whataburger to Kansas City, isn't he?
Yes, and then we're getting a Whataburger in Vegas.
I've yet to try one.
Me too. I've never had Whataburger either.
I don't know. I'm an In-N-Out girl, and I know you are.
Yeah.
You're an In-N-Out girl too.
I think we all are. I think we're all In-N-Out girls. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that would be mine. I would be okay, honestly, living in like a little shack, but having like a nice
Well, if you're an owner, you could just live at the Chiefs Stadium.
Live in
Arrowhead. You could just live there. Like, live in your pen, pen box.
Realistically, no, because like I don't want to live in Kansas City. You know what I mean? Like
She wants to get flown in.
If we're like fully going for it, for some reason, I don't know how I'm getting this money, but the's also a private jet involved.
Of course.
Because
you got it. Yeah, you got it.
You know, I'm flying. Am I flying from Hawaii to Kansas City every Sunday? Maybe. Maybe. Because I'm not living there.
And she don't want no TSA line no more.
Oh, no. No. If I have that kind of... If I'm the owner of the Chiefs, I don't want to be by the peasants.
No, exactly. She's sitting next to the Hunt family.
I'm sitting first class up in the sky.
Up in the sky. Shout out Jack Harlow. Like
Shout out Fergie.
Shout out Fergie. But yeah, I assumed private jet to get to games.
Yes.
And then from the airport to Arrowhead, helicopter, probably like a little private helicopter.
Private heli landed at the top of the stadium.
Right?
Yeah, you can do that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
So you don't have to deal with the traffic getting into Arrowhead.
Yeah. And then like in the winters it's so cold and airports are shut down. Like I'm not dealing with that.
And like she has like premium heating in her press box.
In the press box, nice and cozy.
Nice and cozy. With my In-N-Out, like
everybody got their hand warmers and like mittens on.
Oh,
literally,
mittens on.
Literally 5 feet below you in the nosebleeds, and you're just like,
could not be me.
You're drinking an iced coffee
Kyle,
in December.
What happens if it gets cold on your island though?
Well,
like, what if it gets a little breezy?
If it's, I like a little trade winds. I'm a big guy. I like a little natural trade wind breeze.
It's really hot.
Let me just check the HNN weather app and see what Jen has to say, okay? And then I'll plan accordingly. But if it gets a little too hot, I'll check the weather. I'll be like, maybe not this weekend. Next week.
Since we're grilling people, Kyle, what if like your wife is just like, I don't want this island.
That'd be a good little tiff to have with them.
Oh, you're willing to like push back a little bit?
Could you imagine me picking in a scenario picking an island over my like a significant other?
No.
To where I would just be like me and my island and that's all I have
left. Yeah, no, it's literally just you propped on your island.
But then in the end, somehow in some way in this fantasy world, like she would get the island in the divorce and I'd be like sat back at my parents' house.
This is taking so many turns. What is?
For some reason, she done stole your island.
And she ain't even gonna enjoy it like I would.
She gonna make it to she gonna create like a resort world or something.
Resort world. Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't like her.
No, exactly. But having nobody.
We gotta get your prenup, dog.
Yeah.
That island is staying yours.
It's under my name. The deed to that island
is Mr. Kyle Chinen.
Oh yeah, But I mean, besides like being a ridiculous person and saying island, I'd probably be more aligned with Cienna getting like season tickets to like with like premium seats to like Seattle games. So like that's something I'd be down to do. Davis, we got a little sidetracked.
Sorry,
Davis,
your
time.
Into I was enjoying the island.
Me too.
Well, so I'm splitting this up into 3 different things.
Oh,
right. So first one is
an island.
is actually a private jet to visit you on your island.
Wait. That's bold of you to assume, dog.
Bold of you
He's
to
off
assume.
The map. You don't know where this island is.
Oh, that's true.
Can't find it on the radar, dog.
I know. You might lose the island too. So I mean,
Yeah, with the sea level rises. It'll just be
that
me in a 5x5 square.
Yeah, the erosion.
Just gonna be a little square.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a plane.
Okay.
To start off. Then
Air Davis.
Air Davis. I like that.
Right.
That's a little catchy, Cienna. I like that. Second is to buy a piece of the Golden State Warriors.
Okay.
Owner. Big Warriors fan.
Yeah,
owner Davis.
Big Warriors fan. Owner. Hang out with Steph Curry.
Yeah. Totally.
Play ball every day. Little.
Play ball.
He's trying to get invited to the kid's birthday party.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a cool handshake with Steph going on.
Yeah.
Like that's all I want. I just want a cool
You're
handshake.
Splash brother right here.
I just want to be a splash brother. So do that. Last thing I'm doing is buying a piece of Chipotle.
Oh.
Big Chipotle fan. Yeah.
I hope the equal eye doesn't come for you.
I was about to say.
That's a valid point.
You might as well invest into things that you love.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that, Davis.
That's why Warriors, Chipotle.
And plane.
And a plane.
And a plane.
And Kyle Chinen. Like,
Yeah,
Kyle Chinen.
Just all the things he loves in this world.
The 4 things. Planes, the Warriors, burritos, and Kyle.
Wow, you just have so much more money than I do.
I'm going to get very small stakes in all of these things. So I'm really only going to qualify for maybe like a burrito a week or something.
I
don't know. If I'm splitting up that 262 3 different ways, I mean, there's only so much you can do.
262 with taxes.
With taxes.
California
taxes.
California taxes.
Since he's an LA Charger.
Exactly.
Woo. That's true.
Yeah.
I can afford Disneyland, maybe, but no fast passes.
No, I don't even get like, you know how you get the park hopper to go to the 2 parks? I don't even got that.
You choose a park.
Yeah, figure it out.
Pick one.
You want to go to Cars Land? You want to go to Star Wars Land? Like, figure it out. One of the 2. All right, we had fun today, right, guys? Talk a little NFL, a little college football.
Christmas in July.
Little contract.
All the presidents.
Yeah. So thank you again, everybody. Thank you guys for coming along with this ride. And
thank
you guys for joining us from my private island. I'm kidding. It's not my private island. We are in the digital center, but thanks for
Everyone's
watching.
welcome.
It's a small island,
small
this is about the size of the island, just the studio. But to watch this episode or listen to this episode of HNN Overtime, you can head to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get the rest of our HNN podcast. Video version will be up on the HNN YouTube page. That has been another installment of HNN Overtime. See you next time. Aloha.